Hello all you out there in YouTube land, this is Trans801 and I am back with another action figure review. Now, first off, I just want to say that I've survived Hurricane Irene unscathed. In fact, the only bit of damage that I sustained to the place that I currently live at and the surrounding areas, whatever would be considered the property of this house, is the little dual post, the little knob thing that goes on top of my mailbox. That's gone. Mailbox is kind of scruffed up a bit. And a dead tree fell in the yard. That's it. No flooding, no nothing. My neighbors, on the other hand, man, they're losing shingles, they've lost aluminum siding. Even the street marker is gone. So I don't know where I live anymore. I can't tell because I can't read the street name. I can't read the... There's no street sign. I don't know where I live. Alright, let me get myself back together. So that means that construction crews are going to be working overtime to repair damages and maybe do some demolition to buildings that cannot be salvaged. And if these guys were to cooperate, well, they wouldn't because they're Constructicons. But if they were, you know, that would be just super. I don't exactly know what a payloader does. That's more like my dad's area, but here he is, Scrapper, the Constructicon Construction Engineer. My work is a monument to and of my enemies. A wizard at designing fortresses and energy plants, but modest. He shows his true malevolent genius by incorporating defeated Autobots into his building structures. A great example of that would be in the episode from Season 2 called Triple Takeover. Really nice episode where Starscream, Blitzwing, and Astrotrain decide to usurp Megatron and, I guess, lead the Decepticons in a three-way, and then of course the Triple Changers trick Starscream as well, and then they fight for control of the Decepticons. Well, anyway, Blitzwing has the Constructicons build himself a little maze. Scrapper, not really feeling the leadership of Blitzwing, decides to become, I guess you could say, leader of not only the Constructicons, but, whoa, the Decepticons as well. And after an Autobot strike force led by Prowl and seen for a very short time Skids crashes pretty much into each other, they are rebuilt into a little makeshift throne for Scrapper to then sit on. His shovel can slice through 12-inch thick carbon steel and lift 30 tons, or maybe in this case 30 small pebbles. Haha. As the right leg and part of torso. Last time I checked, that's not part of a torso. But whatever. Combines with the fellow Constructicons to form the giant robot Devastator. Yes, I did just read off of his tech specs. And no, I don't have them in front of me, I just have his, just pulled it up online. Like I said, he is a payloader, and what he does is scoop things up, lifts them, moves them to another destination, puts it down, does it again. At least I think. I'm not sure. I don't know what a payloader does. Ask my dad, for those who know me. And those who don't, ask someone you know in the construction business. Alright, his vehicle mode, well, it doesn't really look much like... I know what a payloader is, I just don't know what it does. It doesn't really look much like a payloader. I mean, it can pass off as one, but it's not an authentic payloader. As you can see, when you take off this little canopy, most commonly broken or missing piece off of Scrapper, by the way, That's supposed to be a seat, I guess. The only thing it's sitting on is a screw head, so really, really, really small. Considering these are Diaclone figures, no Diaclone was fitting in these little pieces. Would have been cool if they were the size of, like, let's say the Autobot cars, and you could build them. So you had like this really huge Devastator figure. Probably would have matched even that of the huge Revenge of the Fallen Devastator. The only thing that's really impressive about this vehicle mode is possibly the back half with these little knobs. Don't know exactly what they do. And the shovel. The shovel for 1980s toys is incredibly detailed, including these little ridges. The wheels are plastic with chrome. In amazingly good condition. Awesome. And of course, he's got one Decepticon Insignia sticker. So if you didn't know that this thing was driving by itself, you'd notice that it was a Decepticon, you'd run for cover! And of course, he does have a working rub sign. Rub signs introduced by Hasbro to try to encourage people to stop buying knockoffs and GoBots. That only they had the right to wear this symbol. Or this symbol. Makeshift Megatron voice. As you can see, it still works. Now, in order to applicate them for toys, now they already did come with sticker sheets already, but to apply them for toys, they used to say that if you didn't know what a true allegiance was for this robot, you just rub the sign. It's a Decepticon! Run and cover! Really cool. Just add heat and pressure, and the image appears. That is awesome. And after all these years, it still works. Another thing I don't like about this vehicle mode is these are obviously the vehicle's arms. They look a little too out of place for me. But other than that, that's Scrapper in his vehicle mode. He does have one further alternate mode, and that's more where this comes in. Now this is the Super Wing, the chest piece for Devastator. I placed all these stickers on myself. As you can see, they are perfectly placed. Actually, I placed the stickers on all of these. I took all the old stickers off and cleaned them up and got new stickers. Vintage original stickers. I don't do that repro labels crap. And just place it on like so. It's a really cool wing too. I mean, it looks like it could actually fold up and down, but this is just one solid piece of PVC plastic. Looks like it's got little lasers here, which if it really were to fire, it would actually be taking out the canopy. So we just have to assume that this is actually for more high-speed pursuits. Also, look how tight this payloader is. Except for one little drop here. It's pretty tight, which is what you want, because in Devastator, you don't want to lose Scoop, or else he's just not going to stand right. And I also like putting a little laser pistol in here, too, just for added firepower. There really is no place to put it, but whatever. It can shoot at the ground. Take that off, and now we have robot mode. Just fold these, fold the back portion down, stand, move these up, they are now arms, knock the scoop back, pull up head, and there we go. You could actually push this all the way in like so the scoop goes down all the way. But I don't like doing that because it's a real pain to get that thing back up. Because this actually holds the head up. See, it's not going down. As you can see, more sticker perfect sticker placement. If you want perfect stickers, I suggest don't use your clumsy fingers. Mine, as you can see, especially the thumbs, they're very stubby. So what I do is I use tweezers. I take the labels off the sheet with tweezers and I place them on. You'll get perfect stickers every time. Unless you got like Parkinson's or you're very jittery off of caffeine. I apologize for the Parkinson's remark. That was so out of character for me. Unless you thought it was funny and not offensive, then all the power to you. One thing I loved about the Transformers is they were one of the first, if not the first, toy line to use the reflective foil stickers to give that metallic sheen so that it actually looked as if it was part of the robot's body and not just a sticker, which is awesome. I mean, the metallic shine of these kneecap stickers match the chrome on his legs, as does these little stickers here. I can't tell you how many tries I had to get that perfect. Ugh. Or this one, because this one wasn't cut right, so it was impossible to nearly get it straight. But there we have Scrapper. And also, notice about his head. There we go. They have his mouth plate painted and the little vent thing on his head painted, but they don't have his eyes painted. It's kind of odd, since some of these would actually have their eyes painted, but the rest of them would be unpainted. So I guess as a kid, if you're looking at this for the first time, you would look at these and either think that this lower part was his eye and not that part. I mean, when I had my cousin's hand-me-downs, because I've had these before, I had my cousin's hand-me-downs, and I actually thought that that was his eye for like the longest time. Also, another thing commonly with is these little bars here. When you would separate anything at the legs, these little bars will keep the toy together. I guess to keep these legs apart. I don't really know. It was just a simple design. I mean, like figures like Wheeljack and Prowl, you would pull the legs apart and you'd still have these little bars there. These little rods keeping the legs in place. Not much to see from the back area. And of course he also has a laser pistol. Forgot about the laser pistol. Very nice detail. Fits in either hand. I put it in his right hand because he's shown holding it with his right hand, so he's right-handed. But if you wanted a left-handed Scrapper, that's your idea. It's your playtime. It's your toy. You can do whatever the heck you want with them. What I love about Scrapper in his robot mode is that he actually looks like a robot. I mean, he looks, from the front, he looks like Scrapper from the cartoon. They didn't really have to do much animation tweaking to make some of these toys look like robots. And there are some from this line that look terrible as robots, but look pretty cool in the animation. Of course, I mean, Ironhide and Ratchet. Mixmaster of the Constructicon just doesn't look really cool as a robot. Megatron. Ugh, man, Megatron. Ugh, wait till I do Megatron. For those of you who don't know Megatron. I pulled my cord. So, before I rant on anymore, this is Scrapper. This is the first of 6 Constructicon reviews. I plan on doing a Devastator review at the end of this. Of course, why would you do any Constructicon review without Devastator? But I thought instead of doing them all together, I'd do them like one at a time, just to show off every little thing, so that way when I get to Devastator, I can just put them all together. So, I hope you liked this video. Share any comments you want below. Of course, please rate, subscribe, do whatever you want. Leave me some nice little kind feedback on my site. And I will be back with either my re-review of the Street the Sky Batmobile from Batman Beyond or the Bat Hammer. Depends on what I can get my hands on first. Alright, so until then, this is Transato10 signing off.